Part 8. Afternoon, Serena's bedroom. Serena lounges on her bed in silk pajamas. Phone pressed to her ear as she files her nails. On the other end of the call is her best friend, the only one who still dares to talk to her after the wedding and the scandal. Friend, excited. Serenaya. Sorry, I have been so busy. Tell me everything. How's married life? What's it like living with Mr. Spy husband? Serena smirks faintly, adjusting her fake lashes in the mirror as she replies with her usual flair. Serena, dramatic sigh. Oh, darling. It's tragic. He follows me around the house like a lost puppy. This morning, he practically licked my ankle just to get my attention. Pathetic, really. Her friend gasps on the other end, clearly eating up every word. Friend. No way. He actually licked your ankle. Serena, flipping her hair. Well, metaphorically. But the desperation was real. It's exhausting being this irresistible. From the hallway, Rafe pauses outside her door, hearing his name and licked my ankle in the same sentence. His brow furrows, but he quietly moves on without interrupting her performance. Friend, laughing. You're too much, Serena. Anyway, we're all going out tonight. Clubbing, you in? Serena freezes mid-file, then glances at her closet. She sees nothing but yesterday's designer gowns. None of them the latest collection. She only wear the latest runway pieces when she step out. A hint of worry flickers over her face. Serena, quickly recovering. Oh no. I couldn't possibly. And you know how people talk. One picture of me and they'll drag up those stupid rumors again. Her friend groans playfully on the line. Friend. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're staying home for him. Serena rolls her eyes dramatically, smirking at her reflection. Serena. Theft. Please, if I left, he'd probably curl up and cry in a corner. And I simply don't have the energy to mop up his tears tonight. Her friend bursts out laughing while Serena lounges back on her pillows, looking smug as ever. Rafe quietly leans against the wall, expression unreadable, clearly having heard every word. He shakes his head faintly and walks off, muttering just under his breath. Rafe, quietly amused. Curl up and cry, huh? Noted. Morning, kitchen. Rafe adjusts his tie calmly by the door, briefcase in hand, ready to head out to work. Serena is on the couch scrolling through her phone, completely ignoring him like he's invisible. Rafe, evenly. I'll be back late. Serena doesn't look up, but she sniffs and crosses her legs elegantly before asking in a bored tone. Serena, did you even bother to prepare breakfast? Rafe glances at her over his shoulder and replies flatly. Rafe, on the counter. He leaves without another word. Serena rolls her eyes, muttering to herself as she looks at her untouched breakfast on the counter. Afternoon. After watching 3 romantic dramas, back-to-back and frowning when the heroine and hero get romantic, Serena sighs loudly, dramatically throwing herself on the couch. Serena, to herself. Ugh, this is tragic. I'm too fabulous to waste away in this 2-bedroom dungeon. So she decides to put on a huge pair of sunglasses, her most impractical heels, and marches out into the neighborhood to scout locations for photos, because clearly the world needs more of her beauty. Around the neighborhood, Serena struts around, striking random poses by flowers, fences, and even the corner store sign like it's Paris Fashion Week. But after 20 minutes, she starts dragging her feet, sweating and clutching her designer bag like a lifeline. She finally flops down on a bench, removing her heels. Serena, groaning. Who knew peasants walked this much? A small girl with messy braids, holding an ice cream cone, stops in front of Serena and stares at her wide-eyed. Little girl, softly. You're really pretty. You look like a celebrity. Serena freezes. Then slowly, like a queen being properly recognized, she straightens her back, her pride swelling instantly. Serena, smiling smugly. Ah, finally, someone who sees. Yes, darling, I am like a princess. The girl sits next to her, still looking impressed, encouraged. Serena launches into a dramatic retelling of her fabulous life, complete with hand gestures and fake tears. Serena, proudly, arms crossed. I've been to Paris, Milan, the Maldives. Men fall at my feet. Any man I want, I could have. But now they've trapped me. In this place. Her voice breaks, and she wipes at a fake tear, leaning closer to the bewildered child. Serena, whispering, don't ever let them clip your wings, darling. Stay fabulous. Run away before they make you marry a spy. The little girl just stares at her blankly for a long beat, then licks her ice cream and deadpans. Little girl, you're weird. She hops off the bench and skips away, leaving Serena sitting there with her jaw open, touching her chest. Serena, calling after her. Weird. I was inspirational. She takes out her phone and looks at her face, muttering to herself as she rolls her eyes. Serena, grumbling. What does she know? She's not even wearing designer sneakers. Early evening, living room. Rafe walks in after work, loosening his tie. Serena lounges on the couch, scrolling through her phone, wearing a silk robe and a face mask. Without looking up, she says, Serena, bored, you're late. You missed me dazzling the sun today. Rafe ignores the jab and sets down a flyer on the coffee table. Rafe, the neighbors are having a small block party tonight. They invited us. At that, Serena finally looks up, arching an eyebrow. Serena, a party? Here? In this backwater neighborhood? Rafe, calmly, there'll be food, games, nothing fancy. Just people.com. Serena's bedroom later. Cut to Serena rifling through her closet, muttering dramatically as she pulls out gowns, tiaras, and fur stoles. Serena, to herself. Nothing fancy, he says, as if I'm going to let these people see me in sweats. Please, this is my runway moment. The party begins. Outside, the street is lively with string lights. Kids running around. Neighbors grilling burgers. Everyone's dressed casually, shorts, sandals. Then suddenly, a hush falls over the crowd as Serena arrives. She is wearing a pink floor-length sequined gown, 6-inch heels, sunglasses in the night. Clutching a tiny designer bag, Rafe trails a few feet behind her, already rubbing his temples. He already told her the outfit is too much for the party, but she ignored him. People stare as Serena struts down the street like she's accepting an N. Oscar. A kid drops his hot dog. Someone whispers. Neighbor 1. Whispering. Is she famous? Neighbor 2. Whispering back. Or just confused. Serena stops at the center of the gathering, lowers her sunglasses slightly, and says with a dazzling smile, Serena, you may proceed. Silence. Then someone timidly offers her a paper bag of chips. She takes it between 2 fingers like it's radioactive, then sets it down on a table without tasting it. Serena sits regally in a lawn chair, crossing her legs and posing while pretending to scroll her phone. 2 kids are touching the train of her gown. Rafe stands nearby, sipping a soda, quietly watching. Kid, tugging her dress. Are you a fairy? Serena, smiling faintly. Close enough, darling. When the games start, sack races, egg toss, someone invites her to join. She gasps, clutching her dress. Serena, do I look like I jump in potato bags? Please, my ankles are insured. End of the night. As things wind down, Rafe thanks the hosts politely and helps Serena up. She sweeps past the neighbors like royalty leaving her court, muttering just loud enough for him to hear. Serena, to Rafe, you're welcome. I elevated this barbecue into a black tie affair. Rafe just smirks faintly and murmurs back. Rafe, they'll be telling their grandchildren about the night a queen visited. Serena flips her hair triumphantly, clearly choosing to take it as a compliment. Rafe leaves for work early, leaving behind a neatly packed lunch for Serena. She wakes up late, drags herself to the kitchen, opens the box, and scowls. Serena, muttering, "What is this?" Again. Does this man not understand that my palate is Michelin-starred? She pushes the food away with a sigh and picks up her phone. After scrolling a bit, she gasps and grins as an idea strikes her. Serena, to herself. Fine, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. Kitchen chaos begins. Wearing an apron, backward, of course, and a pair of oversized sunglasses for safety. Obviously, Serena props up her phone with a cooking tutorial, playing on mute while she hums a dramatic tune. Step 1, cracking eggs. She does, and manages to get more shell than yolk in the bowl. Serena, grimacing. Ooh, peasant eggs. Must be defective. Step 2, measuring flour. She dumps half the bag in, creating a cloud of white dust that settles over her sweater and the countertop. Step 3, turning on the stove. She squints at the knobs, randomly turning all of them until several burners roar to life. Then she tosses some butter in the pan, which immediately starts smoking. Disaster strikes. 20 minutes later, the smoke alarm blares. There's flour everywhere. A pan has caught fire, and Serena stands there fanning it with a sequin scarf, shrieking. Serena, panicking. Oh my God. Stop. I command you to stop, flames. She grabs a bottle of water. It only makes the smoke worse. Then drops it, slips in the flour, and lands on her backside with a groan. The camera pans to the doorway where a neighbor peeks in. Horrified neighbor calling out. Everything okay in there? Serena, snapping as she stands up. Everything is fine. Go back to your sad little barbecue parties. She shoos them away, coughing through the smoke. Hair sticking up, makeup streaked. Then she tries to clean. The disaster before. Rafe get back to hide the shame, but she end up destroying things more. Later that day, Rafe comes home to find her sitting in the middle of the kitchen, like a tragic heroine. Apron crooked, mascara smudged, surrounded by soot and flour, a charred pan next to her. He surveys the damage silently, then calmly asks, Rafe, you cooked? Serena, sniffing. Attempted. Your kitchen betrayed me. Rafe drops his suitcase, remove his tie, grabs a rag and starts cleaning up without another word, but occasionally stares at her smoke face. Serena glares at him defensively and mutters, Serena, well, don't just look at me silently like I burned the kitchen. It's not that bad. He glances at the ceiling, where a chunk of something is still smoking, and smirks faintly. Rafe, quietly, not bad at all. She throws a dish towel at him, cheeks flushing as she stomps off, without realizing she's still wearing the apron. She muttered to herself about useless kitchens and peasant equipment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications to know when I upload the next chapter.